Jaunty, indeed.
Good day, chaps and chapettes, and welcome to a jaunty discussion of video games and the like. Today we shall discuss the topic of paid online games. We shall first discuss its origins in the current gaming atmosphere, the benefits it has from a player and creator standpoint. We shall discuss why these systems remain in place, although players seem to be perturbed by them. And as our episode begins to conclude, we shall place judgment on the justification of this system, which seems outwardly annoying at best. We hope you enjoyed this jaunty discussion as turns.
Okay, that was bad.
That was Jamaican Dracula, for Christ's sake.
That was Jamaican. Why Jamaican Dracula?
That's what it sounded like at first, is Dracula, then it slowly went to Jamaican.
Okay, I was going for Jamaican. By the way, send all hate mail to, again, hold on, let me see if I can get the correct, it's ajdovgatl@gmail.com. Yes. So, paid online. Which actually is weirdly topical, because we have another topic to discuss regarding online.
Oh boy!
Yes, because it's actually in the news this week, and that way we get to be topical for once. So, yeah.
So wait, we're not topical at all?
Not usually, no.
Okay.
Literally last week we talked about Breath of the Wild almost a month after it came out.
Oh, right.
Like,
we're not behind on the times, we're just
poor.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's actually legitimately true. So yes, paid online is a thing that has existed, I believe, since the Xbox 360. Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, technically speaking, it existed first in like the not 90s, before the 90s. Well, maybe the 90s. I don't know, but before the Eternal Summer, I think is what it's called. Basically, you had to pay for internet before that happened, and then internet became well, I guess we still pay for internet, but
yeah, but
you know what I mean. Like, you had to pay to access the internet, not just to have an internet connection.
Right, okay.
Which are different things. So yes, that used to be a thing, and that was friggin' ages ago. So shout out to anyone who still has one of those, what is it, like 53 minutes of AOL discs? Those exist.
Dial tones.
Well, that's a
Okay.
modem. That's,
thank you for correcting me.
Well, a disc is different than a modem.
Yes,
because a
I
modem
know.
is a piece of hardware, and a disc is a disc.
I would hit you, but I am not strong enough to make any impact.
Also, I would hit you back. Also, if you spill my tea, I will cut you with this knife covered in cheese.
You're not gonna cut me. You're gonna freaking kill me.
Yes, also that. Anyway.
Back to the topic.
Oh yeah, so why is it a thing in games? Well, you see.
They want our money.
That's also true, but it derives from two factors, and that's that it has a good developer standpoint and player standpoint to need a paid online connection. So we're just going to go into why both sides of it would want that. So you see, developers want to have paid online. Yes, they can take more of our money, but also because servers are super expensive, and like, for just a random example, Overwatch has to have hundreds, way more than hundreds, like tens of thousands of servers at any given time, because it has millions of players, and each game only has 12 players in it at most. So yes, servers are expensive to upkeep and so if a game like Overwatch wants to have servers and not completely break the bank, they need some support from Sony or whomever in the paid online department.
Yeah, but weren't you pissed when you found that out? As soon as we...
I mean, yeah. So, we have a PS4 here in our quote-unquote office.
In the shack we call our office.
Well, sure, let's go with that. And we got Overwatch because, a bunch of my friends play Overwatch, so I was like, sure, I'll get in on that, even though literally none of them play it for PS4, but that's fine.
Topic for another day.
Not really. Well, maybe. Who knows? We have just like an ever-expanding list of topics that we need to cover. So yes, when we tried to play Overwatch for the first time, we discovered that we needed paid online, which shocked and annoyed me because we also have a PS3, which, for those of you who remember, just gave you PlayStation Online without requiring the fee. And, I mean, it would be less annoying if I made more. Like, I don't get paid a whole lot because I don't have, like, an official job, which means that a $60 a year investment is kind of a lot. Like, with my current income status, that's a 12th of my money for a year. Yeah, like, I don't have a real job, so... But we paid for it because I wanted to play Overwatch, and I think it's been a good investment because it's been helping with my gaming channel quite a bit, because I actually got tips from the Overwatch community on how to make better videos on Overwatch, and also better videos in general, which was very nice. But yes, it was a bit annoying at first, and still is. So, you may have noticed that I said that there is a benefit from the player side, and there is. Would you like to take a wild guess before I just say it?
There really is nothing I could guess as to why it'd be beneficial for players, other than it helps keep the servers up, but that's more from a developer standpoint. So.
Yeah. So there's this neat little term called a barrier to entry. Basically,
Keeps the trolls out.
yeah. Basically, so the reason why things like Reddit and 4chan are just filled with trolls is that it takes you like 5 minutes to get a free account that can be completely anonymous. So they do that, and then the trolls can hide behind anonymity, which you may be thinking, oh, but being anonymous doesn't create that much trolling. You would be surprised. I wrote a paper last semester. I have no idea what it was about, but I remember quoting a statistic that there was a study that found that 80% of, I don't remember what the exact phrasing was, like, hateful comments, I think. 80% went away when anonymity was removed. And that's a problem. Like, that just goes to show that literally everyone's a dick. Yeah. So the reason that it's beneficial to have that not inexpensive barrier to entry is that you can't just be a troll playing online games. You have to actually be invested in it. I mean, yeah, trolls can get invested, but not as many trolls.
Yeah, if they're not hardcore trolls, they'll be like, oh, look, paywall.
Yeah.
Might as well jump to another thing.
Yeah. I mean, then they just go on to PC, but hey, whatever. Let the PC master race deal with that. Right. So, even though it annoys players, it's still there as a thing. And it's becoming more popular, actually, because, for those of you who don't know, the Switch has paid online.
Seriously?
Yup. That's pretty much the reason that this is on our topic list, actually, is because I really want a Switch, but I really don't want to pay for online.
I mean...
And unless they do Super Mario Maker Switch, I probably won't get online. Because there's not really a point. As of now, at least, Super Mario Maker is the only series of mine that requires me to go online. And, like, obviously, updates aren't, like, paid online stuff, because that would mean that your console is completely unusable without paying an expensive fee. Well, I say expensive, I think it's like $10 a year, but, again, when you don't make money. That's a lot. And see, that's a downside to, like, kids who want to get into gaming as well. Because, like...
Because they don't have money at all. And
yeah.
Parents won't give them the money because they don't want their kid on the game for
right,
hours on end.
So, myself as an example, when I was a kid, my sister and I had to spend just a couple of weeks convincing our mom to get us the new Smash Bros. Game. Which, of course, was Brawl way back in the day. Which is actually pretty old now. But if we had to also get her to buy us a $60 online connection, There's no way it would have happened. No way. That's that's $100 just for one game, and that's ridiculous. That's not happening.
True.
I mean, I guess if you're getting a whole bunch of games that all have online, then it makes sense because you're already making that $60 investment. So whatever. But I don't know. At this point, it's just me rambling,
And griping, somewhat.
So yeah.
I know my parents wouldn't have done that, because then again, no, actually they wouldn't. They would have just looked at me and gone, "You're not going to get that."
Actually, I'm pretty sure your parents would have looked at you and gone, "We have no son!" In that exact voice, both of them, simultaneously. Do not deny it. You know it's true.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong.
His mom scares me.
As well she should.
Yeah.
My father, however,
why
is
you yell? Stop that.
That wasn't yelling.
That was yelling. Look at the fucking waveform. Are you kidding me,
I'm
kid?
sorry. It's just I felt like I had to put emphasis on the fact that my mom should be feared as well as my father.
I mean, I've had like one singular conversation with your dad.
I mean, he is chill, but don't get him.
Alright, so we're going to take a little break here and discuss our other topic, because the other thing we have to do is for closer to the end of the episode, and we've pretty much finished discussing our main topic. So there's this new thing going through Congress that actually today went through Congress, so we're actually a little bit behind because that means that it's probably already passed. But this affects everyone on the internet, which is why, even though this is a politics issue, it's still important for us to talk about. Like, obviously we have our political views, but those don't matter here.
Yeah, they don't.
So, there used to be a law that said your internet service provider has to check with you before they sell your history to anyone. That's going away now. That's being repealed. It passed through both the Senate and the House, and is currently being considered by Mr. Annoying Orange. Yeah, what of it? Anyway.
I've made that joke multiple times.
If it passes, basically, what that means is that your ISP, which, if you're in the United States, I'm going to take just a wild guess and say it's either Comcast or Time Warner. Sorry, Spectrum. Time Warner is Spectrum now. They're still cancer. So you probably have one of those two. They can just collect data on what you're doing on your computer. Like right now, they can see you're on YouTube, and they will sell that to the highest bidder. See, the funny part is, though, the politicians who are voting on that are the ones who are going to be possibly the most affected by the repeal of that bill.
And everyone is just going to laugh because...
Well, yeah. Because now they can be blackmailed based off of what they searched for on their computer in their own home. Like, even if they have, like, a kid who's just Googling things randomly, they can get friggin' blackmailed, or not even blackmailed, just, like, someone can buy their household's internet history and be like, oh, look, this guy Googled how to build a bomb. We should not vote for him. And then no one's going to vote for that person. So literally, the people who have just voted to allow internet service providers to sell their internet history are the ones whose internet history is going to get bought, and they're going to get screwed out of a job. So good job, guys. But yes, at this point, my biggest hope is that our sweet citric president is going to take note of the fact that that means that basically anyone in anywhere can just buy his internet history and use it to, I don't know what they would do to him,
confirm
honestly.
the fact that there's Russian stuff.
Confirm the fact that he hacked into the friggin' voting? Yeah. Fun fact, that's a thing that we know he did. Or, it happened, we don't know he did it. But if we can buy his internet history, then we can probably find out if he did. But hey, that's a politics issue. So I'm just hoping that he'll be like, I've tweeted some really stupid shit. Maybe I should not let people have access to my internet history.
Yeah, but with most of the stuff that he's done, I don't think he's gonna recognize that till it's too little.
Yeah, no, we'll find out what happens, and we may report more on this next week.
As it unfolds.
Yeah. Nice callback. This kid knows what's up. Anyway.
Wait, I do?
Yeah, it's that direction. See, it's funny
Smart
because it's
ass.
an audio podcast, so they don't know which direction I was pointing.
Damn smart ass.
Fun. It's the same way that this knife is pointing. That's up, right? Anyway.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Good, don't. It's funnier that way. Okay. So, back to our main topic, because politics gets me really depressed really quick.
And triggered. Yes.
Let's copyright my gaming channel. Laniks and the Desecration.
Don't sue me.
Do not sue. This is my OC. Donut steal.
Anyway, back to topic.
If you want to hear shitty jokes about cosplay, check out fucking my... Nope, not Demon Souls. Dark Souls 2 playthrough. That's the video that's going out tomorrow.
Well, let's just get back on topic, man.
Okay. Right. So, do we think paid online is justified? After having consulted our facts. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, if it actually helps the developers do what they're doing and also helps keep out the infestation that is known as trolls, yeah, it's justified.
Yeah, as a game developer myself, I think it's important to have some sort of system that makes the barrier of entry for developers making online games a lot smaller. So, like, if you can make it go from a couple $1 million to just, like, a couple 100,000, that's a huge difference. Granted, I don't think they get that much, but hey, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we have anything else to talk about regarding paid online. Which is good, because this tea has been steeping for pretty much the whole episode, which is going to be nice, because it's going to be nice and bitter. I enjoy tea, fun fact, which is part of the reason why I started doing weird accents at the beginning in the abstract, and also the reason that every episode of Jaunty features a cup of tea. Fun fact, the search term to find those images is cuppa, not cup of tea. You silly Yanks, you.
You silly Yanks.
So that's going to do it for our Jaunty discussion. Time for game suggestions. I don't know. Multiplayer games, there we go. That's Vegas shit.
Multiplayer? Yeah. I don't play many multiplayer games, so I really can't say. Why?
You say that every week. Just go to the box. That's the solution every week.
The box. The box. What's in the box?
Flyers for pizza. Dang, maybe we should get pizza. I say that. I had dinner like 20 minutes ago. What is wrong with me?
Vito's.
I mean, yeah. There's a super cheap pizza place near BG, so if you're listening in BG, check out Vito's Pizza. I'm trying to keep you entertained while he looks through the games. So the problem here...
online multiplayer, or...
Does it matter? I'm gonna go with whatever. What game?
Borderlands or Borderlands 2?
I mean, that also has multiplayer online, so whatever. Yeah, Borderlands. It's pretty neat. There's a character named Face McShooty. You'll never guess what you do. See, of course, the problem is we never got a sequel to Borderlands 2 that featured Richard McShooty. That took him a second. That was great. Fun fact, that's a stolen joke. I'm pretty sure I stole that from outside Xbox. They're pretty neat. Let's see. I'm looking at my stack of games over on this side of the computer, and I think I'm going to recommend... How about... No, I think I already recommended Overwatch. Have I recommended Rocket League yet? I don't know. I'm going to recommend Rocket League, and the editor is going to correct me if I'm an idiot. Well, okay, I know I'm an actual idiot, but, like, if I have already recommended Rocket League. Thanks. That's what I meant. Good job.
Anyway.
He's looking at me like I'm a crazy person because I'm talking to the editor who's going to be doing all that in post.
No, I think I've seen Crazy People.
I mean, I literally just had a conversation with another person who isn't here, so...
Sure
alright,
there's
so
others.
Rocket League is pretty neat because it's a physics sports game with cars, and it mixes all the best components of kart racers and sports games and, I don't know, some other type of game. Actually, it kind of does have platforming elements.
And
Dude,
soccer.
that would be sports games. Yes. So if you enjoy football and you enjoy the cars, 10 out of 10 best game would play. Alright. I think that concludes our recommendation. Thank you all. I was about to do the wrong outro. With that, I believe we have successfully jauntily discussed video games and the like. We need a joke. We had a joke, and dang it, I forgot what it was.
Again?
Yeah, yeah, because we said it before we started recording, and I just forgot. Let's go with something related to the voice I did. Do you remember what, I think it's what Pam called herself in Archer when, she was super high?
I think I know the episode you're referring to, but I just can't think of the name that she gave herself.
See, it's funny, because I've watched Archer about 4 more times than he has. Come on, man. Blob Marley.